In recent years, the importance of properly using a blue badge for disabled parking has grown immensely, as misuse can lead to serious consequences including fines, prosecution, or losing the permit altogether. Whether you're a driver or passenger, if you have a blue badge or are considering applying for one, there are some essential rules and regulations you must be aware of. Before we dive into the full breakdown of how to use your blue badge properly, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you never miss updates like these that could save you from trouble or keep you informed about critical rights and responsibilities. Now, let's take a closer look at everything every blue badge holder needs to know to avoid costly mistakes. The Blue Badge Scheme is a lifeline for millions across the UK. It helps people with mobility challenges, whether physical or hidden, access parking spaces closer to their destination. Conditions such as severe physical disabilities, mental health conditions like dementia or autism, and progressive diseases such as Parkinson's can all make someone eligible for a blue badge. As of the latest data, there are over 3.2 million active blue badge holders throughout Great Britain, including over 235,000 in Scotland alone. These badges are not just a convenience, they're a necessity for many people to maintain their independence and participate fully in daily life. However, having a blue badge doesn't give you unrestricted parking rights. There are clear limitations on where you can and cannot park even if you display the badge correctly. According to the latest guidance published on MYGOV.SCOT, blue badge misuse is taken seriously. Misuse can result in your badge being revoked, and in some cases, you could be fined or even prosecuted. Councils have the authority to demand the return of a badge if it's being used improperly. So, where exactly can't you park, even with a blue badge? The list is surprisingly long and detailed. For instance, you're not allowed to park in loading bays unless there's a sign nearby stating that blue badge holders may use them at certain times. Similarly, parking on yellow markings on curbs, whether single or double, is usually prohibited unless signage specifically allows it. You're also not permitted to park in bays reserved for specific groups like residents, taxis, or buses, even with your badge. It's also illegal to park at pedestrian crossings, including those with zigzag lines, or on clearways where stopping is not allowed at any time. Moreover, urban clearways, red lines, and school zones marked with "Keep Clear" signs are all off limits during active hours. Yellow plates indicating no stopping must also be obeyed. Blue badge holders are similarly restricted from using suspended meter bays, areas affected by temporary parking controls such as roadworks, and any place where there are temporary cones or no waiting signs. Even double white lines in the center of the road, regardless of whether one line is broken, are a no-go. Simply put, displaying a blue badge does not grant you a free pass to ignore regular traffic and parking laws. Apart from parking restrictions, there are several rules governing the use of the badge itself. One of the most commonly misunderstood aspects is that a blue badge can only be used when the registered person is present, either as the driver or passenger. This means you cannot lend your badge to someone else, even if they're picking something up for you, like groceries or medication. It must also not be used to sit in a parked vehicle while waiting for someone else. Another common mistake is displaying the badge in a way that makes it unreadable, whether it's upside down, partially obscured, or placed in the wrong part of the dashboard. Expired badges should never be used, and if your condition improves or you no longer meet the eligibility criteria, you must return the badge to your local authority. Tampering with or making copies of a blue badge is not only unethical but also illegal. These offences are taken seriously, and councils have the power to revoke a badge immediately if they discover any form of misuse. Now, let's explore where you can use your blue badge legally. When used correctly, the blue badge can offer tremendous benefits. You can park in disabled spaces, on street pay and display areas, and at parking meters without cost. In some cases, you can even park on single or double yellow lines so long as there are no loading restrictions and it's safe to do so. However, this typically comes with a time limit, and in certain regions, you may need to display a parking clock to indicate your arrival time. Car parks are another area where blue badge holders benefit, though you should be aware that each car park may set its own rules. This means some may still require you to obtain a ticket, pay a fee, or limit the duration of your stay. Always read the signs at the entrance or check with the operator if you're unsure. Despite being designated for disabled use, private car parks are not always governed by the same rules as public streets, so staying informed is key. Displaying your blue badge properly is just as important as parking in the right location. The side of the card that reads "Front Display This Way Up" must be clearly visible through your windshield. Enforcement officers, local council parking attendants, and police officers have the authority to check your badge, and failure to cooperate or display the badge correctly could lead to penalties. If you're applying for a blue badge or thinking about renewing yours, it's important to understand the eligibility criteria. Some people qualify automatically, while others need to undergo assessment. In Scotland, you automatically qualify if you are under 16 and have a letter from a visual impairment specialist confirming eligibility, or if you're aged 16 or older and are registered as severely sight impaired. Automatic qualification also applies to those receiving the higher rate of the mobility component of Disability Living Allowance, DLA, or Personal Independence Payment, PIP, if you scored 8 points or more in the Moving Around section, or 12 points in the Planning and Following a Journey section. Additionally, those receiving the Adult Disability Payment, ADP, with high enough mobility scores, or War Pensioners Mobility Supplement recipients, may also qualify. If you've received a lump sum from the Armed Forces Compensation Scheme under Tariffs 1 to 8 and have a permanent disability, you are also eligible automatically. But what if you don't meet these criteria? There's still hope. People may qualify under discretionary rules if they have a substantial, long-term disability that seriously impacts their ability to walk, or if they suffer from conditions that make them virtually unable to walk. Those who regularly drive but have severe disabilities in both arms that prevent them from operating parking meters may also be considered. Parents or guardians of children under 3 may qualify if the child needs constant access to a vehicle for medical reasons or relies on bulky medical equipment that cannot be easily transported. There is also growing recognition of hidden disabilities. For example, applicants with mental health conditions that cause significant safety risks such as lack of awareness of traffic may also be eligible, even if they don't have physical impairments. It's crucial to provide detailed medical evidence during the application process to support your case. Your local authority will review each application carefully, and in some cases, an independent mobility assessment may be required. Transport Scotland and local councils provide updated guidance every time a badge is issued or renewed. The most current and comprehensive information is always available online through official government websites like MYGOV.SCOT, and it's strongly recommended to consult these sources regularly to stay compliant. Ultimately, the Blue Badge scheme is about enabling greater mobility and independence for those who genuinely need it. But with that privilege comes the responsibility to follow the rules. Being informed, respectful, and cautious about how and where you use your badge ensures that the system remains fair for everyone. Whether you've had your badge for years or are just applying for the first time, keeping these guidelines in mind will help you avoid hefty fines and unnecessary legal issues. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video helped clarify the rules around Blue Badge usage. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more helpful updates and important information about disability rights, mobility support, and government schemes. Don't forget to like the video if you found it useful, and share it with others who might benefit. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one.